Alright, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking a little bit about just the opportunity, the insane level of opportunity that's present for so many kids to pursue right now, especially thanks to the presence of the internet and the ability to start literally in a weekend. A kid with 50 bucks in the bank, 14 years old, can build a drop shipping business or start putting products out on Amazon or start, consulting with small businesses for social media. Like, these are things that you can do. And we just wanted to sort of hit on the cultural gap that's between opportunity and action, and that's apathy. Right, and so, Elliot, should you share a little bit about what you're doing then with social media and such?
Yeah, so my name's Elliot Drake. I'm 18 years old and I run a social media marketing agency where we have businesses that pay us money every single month. We run their social media, but specifically Facebook, and we run Facebook ads to drive them ROI. Right. And so we take our skills and our knowledge that we've gained through doing that, and then we're building courses which will become our passive income. Right. And then I'm dabbling in some Bitcoin stuff and some cryptocurrencies because I'm passionate about it. And there's some different ways you can use that to make money.
Thousand different ways, man. I love the idea that to specialize, when you're specialized in one area and you're good at one area, there's 1,000 ways that could branch out, right? Yeah. Like you, Jeremy, me, we understand online business. There's so many things you can do. Yeah. Like the fact that we understand online business and the fact that you as a viewer understand the opportunities that come with online business puts you in the top 2, maybe even 1% of our culture today. Like, you can jump on this platform and do insane things, and all it takes is a little work. So, like, we're living in the best time right now to do incredible things. I mean, I had my first $2,000 days this past week, and it's nothing insane compared to what a lot of people are doing. So, like, as a 17-year-old kid, you can have $2,000 days.
That's huge.
And that's huge for me. It's huge for me. But the fact that that's barely even a blip on the impact of what some people are doing online shows that there's an insane amount of work to be done, firstly, and secondly, that there's an insane amount of opportunity out there. Yeah, right?
But I mean, like, I want to hit this on apathy, and that's just the biggest problem nowadays. And I notice it more now that I've began to pick up more traffic on my social media and people are seeing kind of what I'm doing at being 18. Majority of people who have known me in the past, and so they'll message me asking me, what are you doing? I want to learn. So, I always want to guide people because mentors in my life are who help me get onto the right path. So I believe in giving back. Right. But see, I'll lead them in the right direction, but I normally don't see action being taken.
Yeah. Action is one of those things, man. It's like, it's almost, I personally, I can't speak for it. I don't know the mindset. I can't understand that mindset, right? But the action that is required in order to begin these things is nowhere near as hard as, number one, it used to be, and is, number two, as hard as it seems, right? It's simply a mental battle. More than anything else, it's a mental battle.
I agree with that completely.
Seriously, it's like an hour of work a day if you're doing the right things. It's just a mental battle to get there. So we're coming into a generation now where it's completely and totally about emotional and mental, and opportunity is abundant to do just about anything you want, right? Yeah. Like, I've got a good buddy of mine who's actually right now, and this is actually the reason I started doing Shopify drop shipping, is he just pairs random manufacturers to his Shopify dropshipping site, and he finds Instagram influencers and pushes his content constantly. And all he does is like an influencer a day, and he's making $10,000 a month as just a little kid, like he's like 16. I'm like, that's sick. That's not hard to do. And the fact that that's an opportunity that's laid out in front of us and that we can hop on whenever we wanted to is firstly insane. And secondly, I'm not quite sure what's stopping someone like yourself, someone like even us, from beginning these things.
I mean, especially that we have platforms like YouTube where you can go on there and literally search up anything and find
any information.
50 videos of how do I start making money online. There's thousands of videos on there. You just have to find the little pieces and nuggets and then place them together and see what works for you.
Seriously, isn't it like I have people message me, they're like, well, here's the thing, Trey, is I would love to start a Facebook ads business, or I'd love to start a whatever business, but I don't know how to use Facebook ads. Well, I'm like, that's a stupid excuse. I mean, I love you, but that's a really bad excuse because you can learn these things.
I like to say Google it.
Google it. Literally, we have Google. And that's the craziest opportunity for us right now, is that we have all this information just laid out in front of us that we can learn on a dime. And it really doesn't take that long. It's just a matter of being a sponge for these sorts of things. So these excuses, these knowledge gap excuses are being removed before our eyes because this knowledge is so accessible now. So knowledge gaps no longer exist. It's simply mental gaps now.
Yep.
And that's all it is, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
It's so cool, man. It's so cool that we're coming into that sort of industry now where it's completely about mental. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So for the person that's sitting there and they feel really apathetic, but they want to achieve something and they want to achieve a goal, how could they get started? Say they wanted to do drop shipping. How could they take the steps to begin building a drop shipping company in the right direction they could take to start learning how to do that?
Right. And you asked that because I've started doing drop shipping just on the side as a side hustle, correct? And it's just like something that I'm enjoying, and it's something that I haven't seen a whole lot of money from it yet. I literally started like 2 days ago, but I'm diving headfirst in, and I know enough about it now where I could be making this my full time. You know? And seriously.
I just asked that because I mean it's this growth hack and quickest way to get rich now, but I have seen quicker in per se success with people that set up dropshipping accounts because I mean you find the right product on Amazon and you know it could take off if you do the right steps. I mean maybe building a social media marketing agency to do it correctly, it takes some work and it takes some training.
Reputation is a lot of that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, where's my dog? But yeah, you asked like you said what's stopping someone? Oh, how do you start?
How do you start? Yeah.
Well, that's sort of with knowledge gaps again, we have such an incredible resource right now. So if you wanted to start a Shopify dropshipping business, it's as simple as Googling it, finding some good articles, filling your head with the knowledge that's required, and maybe a little capital. But if you don't have capital, go mow some lawns, dude. Like seriously, it's not that hard to gain enough capital to start an online business right now.
You could start a lawn mowing business.
You could. There's a guy who drives around here named Nick's Lawn Care. Google him. He's doing really well. Like every single lawn in like our entire Greenwood, Indiana area is being covered by this dude. It's insane.
Yeah. Exactly.
So like it's not as it's so reachable, but we've been put in a position because of society's push towards number one, industrialism, and number two, apathy is easy. It's easy to capitalize on apathetic people, and so it's so hard for us to push past that barrier as an individual. But once you do, you begin to recognize the opportunity that's just abundant everywhere, and it's no longer a game of like how do I make money? It's like how do I choose how to make money?
Exactly. It's just that mindset flip.
Yeah, it is.
People just need to flip that mindset to make money work for them.
Exactly. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. So I would say, in order to start, you just
start Googling
Google
some stuff.
Google it. Read some good books, man. I mean, this seriously, like if you spend
books are huge.
If you spend $50 on good books, literally there's an article, and I'll see if I can find a way to give you a link or something. But books are one of the biggest thing that's pushed me forward. I have a collection of books on my desk at all times that I can reference when I'm in a mind sort of what's the right word? I guess a downward mind spiral, right?
Mind boggle.
Yeah, when I'm not having that good a thought.
Because you have your high days and you have your low days.
Exactly, and so I'll fill my head with good stuff. But these books, right, are good. It's almost a classical example of the knowledge gap, right? People who used to be successful are people who understood, right? Now it's people who understand their specific niche and can act within it. And it's always been that way, but it's especially that way now because there's opportunity everywhere for anyone to do anything. So fill your head with good books, start Googling, start researching, just fill your head with knowledge and understand that action is arguably just as important, if not more important, than the knowledge that you have going in. And that sounds backwards.
Yeah.
Our culture thinks that's backwards, but it's not. It's really not.
Agreed.
Act and almost, I like the analogy, jump off a cliff and build the plane along the way.
Yeah.
Or like, I think you've heard that before. I think I'm saying it wrong.
Jump off a cliff and build your wings on the way
wings
down.
along the way
There's
down.
Lots of different analogies.
But like, just go, just start. There's so much out there.
Because I mean, if even the worst thing that can happen is if you start is you fail. Most people will. I mean, a lot of people will fail. No, let me reword that. So most people are scared to fail. But if you never start, then what are you going to do?
Yeah,
you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And plus, the successes that you find along the way are going to teach you so much. The successes and the failures will teach you so much. So to begin, you just have to start. Failures and successes included.
I agree. I mean, like sweet. I started a clothing line called Vibrant Lifestyle Apparel, and it failed.
Yeah.
I mean, I put all this stuff in. Jeremy back there with some funny glasses.
Jeremy has funny glasses on.
But no, I started this clothing line. I put all this work into it. I worked 6 months before I even dropped it, setting up the website, getting the logo design, finding the right person to have print my shirts, all this stuff into it, and it started going well. Like, at the time I didn't know marketing. If I knew marketing at the time, I probably would have had better online sales.
Right.
But I sold to about everybody in my school, and then it's like after that I hit a plateau. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
what do I do? What do I do now?
School.
Yeah, exactly. So then I tried to move into like concert shirts, and then I had some stuff go on, so I lost a bunch of money. And so, like, that was a fail, but, like, I learned so much in it, and I think that the part that I learned the most was just mentally learning to pick myself back up after that fail and just keep going. And then now I'm, you know, running a marketing agency with my buddy Jeremy, and then we're doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and it's just on the up, man. You just have to switch that mindset.
It is a mindset shift, and I mean, people get a little angry when you say that because it makes it their problem. But the reality is, if you're watching this and you're upset because we're telling you that it's your problem, that's a wake-up call, man. It's completely 100% a mindset shift.
It really is.
And I've had people that I love that I've told that to, and they got angry with me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's not coming from me. That's just reality. You know,
because at the end of the day, I mean, like, people care. Like, people aren't gonna. I don't know how to word this. So people aren't gonna care if you're successful or if you're not.
Right.
So it's just.
It's a matter of acting.
It's a matter of acting.
It's a matter of acting and filling the knowledge gaps. They're not hard to fill. It's Google, books.
Google it.
Yeah.
I think being self-aware is something that's huge because everybody is different. Obviously, like Gary Vee, you know, he has a different mindset than other people. You know, he's able to go, and there's things that he's able to achieve. There's things Trey can achieve better than me, and there's things that I have better traits than Trey does. You know, it's just part of being humans. But if you're able to find yourself, then you're able to find your weaknesses and your strengths, and then capitalize on your strengths, and then use that to.
Exactly. Yeah. Identify. I think if I can come back to you asked me a moment ago, how do you start? Right. I can add to that. You know, fill your knowledge gaps. A couple weeks of research, even just a couple days of research. And secondly, besides knowledge gaps, fill your, understand your strengths. Identify your strengths.
Yep.
Right? Identify your strengths and fill your knowledge gaps and just head in. Like, dive in head first and learn along the way. So,
dive in,
man.
Just dive head first into the shallow pool.
That's wait.
Don't do that.
Don't take that.
We're gonna have a lawsuit.
Don't take that literally.
I have a lawsuit after this video.
Yeah.